And honestly, I'm just really happy about the fact that in the past 2 weeks we went from simply we were at 620 and now we're one away from 700. And I posted the giveaway and I said we're on the road to the 1,000.
Yeah, man, and all of that because we meet the right people to join the team. You know what I mean? It's just like I was talking about the other day at Exotic Auto Spa, man. The people that came into us, bro, because we started just me, Andre, and Richie, man, and JP and JP and the whole team behind right now. It's truly a blessing. I can't wait to see what's in store. Because we're a bunch of savages.
Yo, and the team is definitely gonna get bigger, bro. It's like dope how you're saying how like literally we just go
dope. Savage.
Yo, but it's just like it's dope to see the process of like how we started from nothing, literally a room with nothing in it, to like where we got now. Like you said, we can't really talk about it too much. You guys might see something soon. You know, we have some of the vlog stuff coming out.
It started 4 of us, and now we have a team of 7.
Shama, man, look. Episode 23. Who put 22?
I put 1, 2. You put the other 2. I got you. Don't worry,
episode 23 today. Let's talk about a little bit about episode 22, man. Big shout out to DJ Cisco, man.
I want to make sure we're talking
episode. We got creative as fuck over there, man. Like, honestly, we got mad creative, and we pulled it off, man. We envisioned that whole episode, man.
Even how we walked in, everything,
bro. Dude, we envisioned it. We made it happen. It just shows you the determination that we have, man. It shows you the execution that we have.
Hell yeah.
And it's just getting started.
And dude, honestly, thank you, DJ Cisco, too, for all the love you showed us, man. Another thing, like I want to talk about that we mentioned the last episode. But unfortunately, we need to apologize because we were going to do the vlog for the Wiz Khalifa event that we went, which was awesome. I mean, we
have the footage.
We have the footage. We were literally sitting on the same bench as Wiz Khalifa, chilling, smoking blunts, and doing our thing. And it's awesome. We got to hear it. He did his little laugh, and we all were like, "Oh shit, son. The Wiz Khalifa laugh live!" So it was awesome, bro. It was a good experience. We got to interview some people and hear some people's opinions about cannabis and their cannabis. And I did a little game where I was like, "Bro, let me hear about it. Are you a cannabis lover that expresses the love? Or are you a cannabis lover that keeps it hidden?"
All right.
And it was cool because some people had different opinions in what they do and how they live their lifestyle. And
that's a cool concept.
Yeah. It was
you see different people in there. It's dope that you said that. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, so I had that question. I did it with about 3 people, but unfortunately the footage was very dark, and our mic, we had an issue with our mic, so there's no audio. So
we'll be able to put out a little bit of stuff that wasn't.
Yeah, we'll put some visuals maybe of what we did,
sneak peeks and stuff.
But there's no audio. The audio, unfortunately.
You know what the problem was, bro?
Tell me.
That KK.
Guys, I definitely want to say that Khalifa,
that KK is crazy.
Bruh.
I'm talking about us being there for what, 3 hours?
We were
for about 3 hours, and we literally smoked about 15 joints, and it was crazy, one after the other.
It was such a vibe to the DJ,
bro.
The energy.
It's like we didn't want to, but we had to because we're doing business. All right, we're doing business.
We're networking.
Vodka soda.
But we literally got there, and like the bottle girl came and she opened up a box, and it was like light. It was.
Wait a minute. Should we call her the box girl then? Not the bottle girl.
I don't know,
the box girl.
That shit was crazy though, dude. What an experience.
It was an awesome experience. Yeah. I'm so glad DJ Cisco invited us to that event, and I actually want to tell all you guys to plug into an awesome event that's going on at the Grand with DJ Cisco. They're throwing a darty, an awesome day party going on. If you guys want to join the invite list, just send them a message, guys. Cisco, thank you so much, bro, once again for everything you did for us, and let's keep this network going.
Bro, let's get this episode started, bro.
Episode 23, man. Who we got on today, my brother?
The boy, Mr. Trees.
All
nah, guys. We got Seth from Alset Auto.
Dude, yes. Owner of Alset Auto. This guy is awesome. He's a family friend. Always putting us all to laugh and have a great time. Not only that, he's a great businessman, a great father, a great family person. And he's always trying to make sure everyone around him is having a great time. But not only that, man, his employees love working with him, and what this guy has done throughout his journey of literally coming from the bottom and getting to where he is right now and just having a huge vision. I'm super proud of you, bro. Let me stop talking. Let's put that intro there. And then as soon as we got that intro out, Seth, I want to see you in this.
Yo, you guys do not want to miss this.
Shama JP.
Yes, sir.
And we got Alset Auto Seth in the house.
What's up, fellas?
Let's go.
Hey, my brother, thank you so much
Yep, thank you.
for taking your time off to come over here and just
Sound effects are really low.
express your journey,
close.
man. Honestly, that's the whole reason why we bring people on here, bro. We want to know about everyone's journey, man. And even though that, I bet that you still have bigger plans in the future. This is probably just the beginning for you. But the thing is we love the journey process, man. And give a little background of who Seth is, man.
All right, cool. Well, first of all, thank you very much. You guys doing great. Been checking out your podcast.
Thank you, brother.
We want to like and subscribe to the hit podcast.
Aight.
So make sure you do that. You guys got to remember too. All right?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll start it off. I'm 45 years old.
Keep the mic close, very close.
All right, you got it close.
Yeah,
There you go, right there.
Just don't kiss it.
Anyway, yeah, so I'm 45. I probably started working back when I was 15 years old at a men's clothing store. Just kind of, I grew up, in the 80s and 90s. Things were much different than they are today.
Yep.
So I probably laugh a lot about the things that everybody has access to now versus what I had growing up. So, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed music growing up. I enjoyed hanging out with my friends, playing sports. Just always found a way to enjoy being at family events, hanging out with the friends. I felt like I knew a lot of people in a lot of different parts of Massachusetts. I grew up in Worcester, back in the Woo.
Yeah, I was about to say, how was that growing up in Worcester, man? Because Worcester's not,
And especially back then, man, it wasn't easy over there.
Well, I mean, listen, I was fortunate growing up, but I just grew up with an ethnic group of friends.
Dope.
All parts of the city. It really made no difference where you were. Never look at it now and look back. It's always about the people that you're with.
For sure.
Right.
People you surround yourself with.
100%. What we always say in the podcast, man, is just you are who you hang out with.
Yeah.
You are who the 5 people that you keep close to you.
Yep.
If you're hanging out with people that don't have dreams, don't have goals, doesn't have ambition, you're just gonna be a regular person.
Yeah, I mean, growing up is different. When you look back, I mean, I was busting you guys' chops earlier, but, when I was your age, we just did things very differently. You couldn't text somebody to be like, hey, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah.
Landline.
You just pull up.
Nah, dude, I had to. Listen, my mom would always be on the phone. There was no such thing as call waiting.
Bro.
So you would have to get change, get on your bike, and go to the 7-Eleven or the White Hen Pantry. Call from a payphone.
Oh, with some change in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then when a pager came out, that just made the day. You knew your friend was calling, so you knew.
Bro, that's one of the times that you had to throw a rock on the girl's window to get her attention to go on a date with you.
With a boombox outside.
Yeah.
I love you.
That's funny. That's funny. That's all right. Listen, so one thing I will tell you that you do learn with your friends growing up, I know you guys are close, you probably say some things that you wouldn't normally say to somebody else. And,
Of course,
and your feelings don't get hurt.
Literally.
Okay?
That's true.
So, I got a handful of good friends. We're still tight to this day. Whatever the number, it doesn't matter. I mean, the messages that go back in somebody, you got emojis. You can put Homer Simpson backwards into the bush, like, oops, I'm out of here, that kind of thing. But your friends really help you grow, help you understand how to handle different situations
Facts.
in life.
Facts.
And, when you don't go through tough times with your friends and stuff like that, the older you get, sometimes you find out things later in life that maybe you could have younger. Everyone's got their own path. I had my own. So.
Dude, that's one thing that's changed about today too. Like, I feel like people are more alone. Like, you don't
Brothers and all,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But it's like, even them, like, their generation, I see some of their friends, like they're very isolated. Like they don't have that camaraderie that like I feel people had back in the day. So like you said, you go through life stories, you go through all this crazy shit, and like nowadays it's like, nah, dude, I just stay at home all day.
Well, you guys are probably playing video games, and you can connect with people all over the world.
That's true too. That's true. Yeah.
Like it's virtual.
It's different. It's a different thing. It's more. It's
a different connection.
It's a more secluded relationship. Unfortunately, technology has brought that upon humanity. But it's at the end of the day, man. I'll say our generation, the '90s, we were the last ones that lived that true connection with human earth and friendship and love, and we were the last generation that lived that, I think, in the 90s.
We went through the transition of the iPhone coming out. I remember being in middle school and the first iPhone came out. I was like, what the fuck?
Bro, I'm totally dating myself. Dude, we got pumped when my dad got a phone installed in his car. And
it was like the suitcase.
It was like this big, but it hung right off the side. It was the Bonneville SSEI. We drive it around, and but it had a phone in the car, like a legit phone before cell phones.
Yep.
And all that stuff. But anyway, we're kind of off track with that whole thing.
It's cool, but
my point is every generation, the decades that go by, however you want to talk about it, you got to adapt. Right? You got to learn what's going on. Richie, I know, you recently changed some career, things that you're doing. I'm sure it's not easy, but you'll learn over and over in the next 15, 20 years, something different. But you take what you got, you deal with it. You got to learn to be uncomfortable, being comfortable in that situation.
I thought you were about to say it, bro.
So we have a phrase we use here a lot that we say, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Exactly.
And that's it, man.
Yeah. And that kind of shapes up for what you might do.
Yeah.
And you have those opportunities and you got to seize them. So, back to my friends real quick, they always supported me in what I did. You get some that are behind you, some that are like, man, that's the dumbest thing ever. But as you get older, you just find out that you got to shed some friends, you got to keep some friends.
The trials and tribulations.
But the real ones, you cannot talk to them for a long period of time. When you see them, boom,
it's like nothing happened.
The real ones always
Nothing.
stick around.
It's like you saw him yesterday.
and I have a lot of those.
Yeah, man.
But
Speaking about careers, man. What was like one career in the beginning that you had your focus on?
Restaurant business.
Yeah.
That was like the first thing that, I graduated college. I was at Emerson College, worked at 88.9 at night.
Wait, so you went there for what, like culinary, or you kind of management for restaurants and things like that?
No,
hospitality.
Emerson was communication.
Okay.
So I'm not.
Hey, that still fits in. You know?
Wait, I thought Emerson was like culinary.
No.
No. So communication is a theater arts school. Jay Leno went to Emerson.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of famous people. They had
It's a good school, man.
I mean, listen, every school is good. It's what you get out of it,
What you get, yeah.
But anyway, when I was at the radio station, I needed to make money, I went in, I actually went in the night, I did a 88.9 at night. It was hip hop. It was Monday through Friday, 8 to 11. That's where Mr. Trees started. But
Treze.
Yes, exactly. Get it right. Spell my name right.
Mr. Trees.
I got that from Static Selector because everyone used to spell his name wrong, so he just started making mixtapes. Spell my name right. So that was cool. Shout out to Static Selector making his moves. Yeah.
But Seth, especially throughout that journey of everything that you're doing, I mean, adaptation. You mentioned that earlier. Man. What did you take out the most out of being from what you did right before the radio?
I mean, I was just a kid in college. I was trying to find my way.
So what age was this when you went to the radio?
I think I was 20.
So you're living that young 20 life.
Basically straight out of high school.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was gonna say it before, and yes, I'll talk about the restaurant thing. That was my passion. It really got my drive going. But I mean, I was just looking for something to do as a young kid. I went to Florida. I wanted to get out of Worcester, so I moved down to Jacksonville, Florida.
Whoa.
Are you an introvert or extrovert?
I guess it depends on the day.
I asked that because if to go to the radio world, you have to be an extrovert type person.
Wait, do you have a radio voice?
This is my voice.
So you would be like, this is.
I just talk. That's
Hell yeah.
it.
It's the
I would
content that
just
comes
talk.
out. Let's go.
I guess I got a Worcester accent, so certain words
Yo,
that I
what's that
say.
accent?
Worcester.
But anyway, yeah. So
What did, what I was saying,
well,
like, what did you get from that transition,
Yeah,
going
so-
from a college kid into a radio station? Like, what made you do that?
I'll tell you, right? So I went to college to get away. I didn't do well as a student. Had some issues. Came back home. Started going. I wasn't engaged with classes. I wasn't. First 2 years of college, it's like an associate. You got to take social studies again. You got to take math again. You got to take English. That wasn't my interest. So I had to figure out my way. Took me 3 years to figure out what I wanted to do. I did college in like 5.5 years. Obviously longer than what you think you could, but that was my path.
I feel you.
So I went home and then I found out that I love photography. Computer animation was something that was just starting, making video games.
Dope.
Mind you, that was all new to the world, not just to you, but to the
Right.
world.
So for me, I met this professor. His name was Professor Byers at Worcester State College. I took one class with him, and then I took like another one, and it just opened me up to communications. Communications was the easiest way for me to go through college, in my opinion. I would make videos with friends. We made a Guru Gangstar music video for a class.
That's dope.
We were out in the Boston Common. I think I was J-Ro the Damager, singing
You still have those videos saved?
my boy Benny Blanco, he goes by. He's out in Chicago.
Wait.
Benny Blanco.
No. That was our nickname at school.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
No, but so anyway, we would do stuff like that, and I wanted something to do, so I applied at the radio station because
You literally applied, like, for a job.
I walked in because I went to the school and there was an opening for the hip hop program, and
Really?
yeah, so
This is a radio station out of Worcester, right?
no, it's in Boston. That's
in Boston.
WERS 88.9.
Is it still like active?
Oh yeah, buddy.
Dope.
Yep, absolutely.
That's fire.
So anyway, I started doing, working at the radio station. Not really sure what the heck I was doing.
Yeah.
But I started, wanting to do more. Got more involved. So I became, I guess, an extrovert.
Extrovert, yeah,
But
you had to.
Yeah, but when the show was over, I'm no longer an extrovert. I want to just go. We would
You
go.
had a purpose behind your character.
What was the radio about?
What do you mean?
Hip hop. It was
Just
hip hop
like
music.
it's like a hip hop,
So,
and
yeah,
then
so-
like you talk about news, and then in the
Nope.
hip hop industry,
Music.
or
Nope.
how?
So check it out for yourselves. It's 88.9 FM. It's an Emerson College radio, and they got different programs. So when you go to the school there, you can actually work at the radio station like an internship. So
Really?
So there would be a newsroom in the back. They would do breaks and stuff during the day. They would do news.
Yeah.
But I grew up, like I said, in the 80s and 90s, and hip hop was great when
So
I was
you're always
growing up.
you enjoyed
man.
hip hop. That was your
Yep.
thing.
That was when it was like
And-
really blowing
Oh,
up,
it was,
man.
I mean, it was great. So I got to college in
That's when shit was
90.
popping off, man.
I got to college in 96. I was at Emerson 98.
Yeah, I was born in
99.
'96. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's life, right? So something different. But music really
Time is relative.
music really got me going, right? So I started doing that. I really enjoyed it. I met so many great people. I got a producer position, and one night, my first on-air experience, true story. So at 7:50, I got a phone call. Her name was Aisha. She was stuck in New York City. She was the host of the show. I had all the music prepared of things that she wanted, but I had never like flicked a switch to go on, moved over the record to a tape, or from a tape to a CD.
Wow.
So you had to figure it out all on the spot.
Listen, and we had this group. I'll never forget it. Venom Entertainment, the local Boston group. I don't know if they're still around, but anyway, they were the guest coming up that night. They came in the studio like literally 2 minutes before the show starts. And then I just started doing it. And I told them before they came on, listen, this is my first time. She's not here. They were like, it's all good. And dude, my heart was like, it was so low.
You're uncomfortable.
I was talking to you about 30 seconds earlier, Briggs. And the 30 seconds thing. So my first night, I missed turning a record to a tape at the time.
Oh.
And I couldn't figure out how to get it back. And they got a clock running on the inside.
So you literally saw time like counting down.
The time was going. The time was going, and it was like dead.
But it felt like 30 seconds felt like forever.
Right. So anyway, so yeah. So and I end up taking that lesson that when in the restaurant business, everything moves so fast. If you pause for 30 seconds and really realize what you could do in 30 seconds, you could just relax a little bit more. But anyway, side note on that. But yeah, so I did the radio thing. It was great. It got me really going. And because I had that energy living in downtown Boston, I went over to the restaurant before one of my shows. I needed some cash. I wasn't making any money. I went in, asked him to be a server. And his name's Chuck Carew. Bleep it out if he doesn't want it. But to this day, I'm still friends with him. I walked in, and he looked at me. I said, I'm here for a server position. He laughed at me. He's like, brother, you got no experience, man, but I am looking for a dishwasher. So I was
Gotta start somewhere.
I had my record bag, and I said, okay, how can I show that I want that job? He's like, you don't want that job. And it is the most important job in a restaurant, just so you know.
It is. No, I've heard that,
with all
bro.
utensils and plates.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, so I have uncles and like family members who've worked in a restaurant business, and they say, like, your dishwasher is very important.
I mean, the guy needs to be, or girl needs to be good, cranking that out, making sure things coming on time if there's no plates or anything to serve.
Yeah, so it's like 4:30 in the afternoon, and he asked me to go in the back of the dish room. And he's like, here, if you want the job, show me that you can clean the dishes. So if anybody's worked in the restaurant business before,
that,
like 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the afternoon, it's like a giant pile of
like hell.
Dirtiness.
Bruh.
It's like the morning shift is left, the nighttime shift hasn't shown up, managers are running the floor, it's like bananas in there, transition time. And yeah, I cleaned up. The general manager came around, and he was like, I could swear?
Yeah.
He's like, who the fuck are you, and what the fuck are you doing in my kitchen? You don't work here. And I was like, this guy Chuck told me I could come in the dish room and see if I could get a job. And he's like, you're the best fucking dishwasher I've seen in a long time. You're hired.
Wow.
That's legit.
You chased the opportunity, but you made an opportunity. But you didn't take the no.
Well, because I didn't think I would.
Opportunity and made the best out of it.
Someone put me on the spot. It's kind of like somebody daring you to go jump off a bridge.
Bro, I'll say this. I'll tell you this. 90% of the world, you know what it would have done in that moment? Turned around and said, fuck this.
Or they'd be uncomfortable pulling up to a place that they don't have no idea who it is, and then knowing that if they do that, they have an opportunity to.
Bro, that's an ego thing, bro. You go to a job and you ask for a server, and they say, "Nah, only thing I have for you is fucking dishwasher." I'll guarantee you, 90% of the world's gonna walk away saying, "I'm not doing that shit." People don't want to take that, bro.
But you know what though? I think, and I listen to a lot of different podcasts all the time. So I've started expanding the way I think about things. You lost that situation already, and you learned it. At some point, you
have to learn.
You have to go
where
through
life humbles you a little bit.
Like, do you really want to live on the streets because you don't have a job? Do you, at some point, someone's going to tell you, can I help you to go do that? So I think it's, whether you to your point, 99% of people.
I say 90. Yeah.
Okay, you were a part of that 90. You were part of that 90% at some point before you started doing this.
Bro, but
like, what made you do this?
Honestly speaking, bro, though, like,
it's a good question.
I've always had inside of me to not take no's for opportunity. That's why I got to where I am today. And it's the same thing that you did in the beginning.
I vouch for that.
You're a type of human that you didn't take the no, and you found an opportunity, and you want to make something out of nothing.
But I've also gotten some no's.
Yes, of course. No, getting no's is part of life. But I'm saying, I'm not, honestly speaking, bro, my friends all know me, people, especially people that know me, I'm not the type of guy that takes the no and says, all right, there's no other way, let's move. Yeah. No, sometimes if I get the no, I want to find a way to find the yes, and I'm going to try my best, and if it doesn't work, move on.
I guess all I'm saying, it's not directed towards you.
No, of course, it's in general.
Anybody.
In general,
like I don't think I could get that way when I was 20 years old. I think it took...
it's maturity.
I'll be honest with you. I think like something happened to me when I turned 30. And now I'm not just picking that number. I had just gone through so much. Sometimes you don't want to believe, you got to know.
Yeah, like it just switches. You're thinking just...
You know how you hear famous athletes say, you know, that famous Michael Jordan thing, the coach didn't even hire him, not hire him. He didn't get picked for the basketball team,
high school.
high school. and he took that and he built it up. I think everybody at some point needs to take it. And I think that's kind of why you go ham at what you're doing right now.
Because he had that one point where like that situation.
I think, dude, it's just it goes back to what we do, right? Being entrepreneurs is like being sales. When you're in sales, you're an entrepreneur because it depends. It relies on you, bro. At the end of the day, you're your own business within a business. Right. So sales teaches you a lot about just like, it don't matter how many times you get a no, your job starts when you get the no. You know what I mean? And it's hard. And that's why sales isn't for everybody. That's why being an entrepreneur isn't for everybody. That's why going what you do, and which we'll get more into it, but getting to the point where now you own franchises.
Well, I got one. No, but we'll get there.
No, it's your second type of franchise you've owned. You've owned the Pokey and now this.
So I worked with the Pokey. Well, regardless, the point is that people at
the end of the day, bro, lots of times it gets difficult because people don't have that in them where they want to like keep persevering. And that's the biggest lesson here. I think that talking about your story is the perseverance of a human, that no matter where you come from or what it is, chase.
So, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm listening. I've been doing a lot of reflecting in the last 3 months. So
that's good, man.
You know, the shop is going to be September 17th. It'll be a full year. You know, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I tell you, you know, I didn't think I'd be number one, you know, sitting up here because I got something to talk about. You know, it's something different. I'm helping build a brand, a national, you know, there's franchises, you know, we'll get into that. But the reason why I was saying I've been reflecting a lot is because it takes all those things to get up here. But dude, I got humbled so hard to walk away and do what I did that I got depressed. Like,
let's talk about that. Like, I want to get into those moments.
So ready, before we get into that, let's pay some bills real quick.
Yo, let's do that.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit podcast. I got you guys.
I actually want to do a big shout out first. The first one I'm going to talk about, not our official sponsor, but definitely now a partner of Hip Podcast, BTAS. MMA from Beatrice. She got a business going on for social media marketing and helping companies just really put themselves out there for social media and have an internet presence, right? Because nowadays the face of your business is your internet page, is your Instagram page. It's everything you're doing to engage with the world out there. Because now you don't just have to sell to the local people, but you can sell to the whole world.
Hell yeah!
So I want to say thank you for all the work you've been doing for us. If you guys seen the real work that's been going on, if you guys are looking for someone to help you with your social media content, she's definitely the person to reach out to, and I promised her I would give her a shout out. And thank you for all your work, Bia. You're killing it.
Thank you, Bia.
But again, I also want to talk about one of our major sponsors who actually paid a visit to us today, Ivan's Collision Center. My guy came through the studio today, said hi to us, and stopped by to check everything out. Said thank you to everything that we're doing for him, everything that we're doing here, everything we've accomplished so far. And I want to talk about this guy, dude, because he's really going to take care of you from the heart. You know, this is a person who's going to take care of your inconvenience and make it convenient and take care of you in every aspect, from the moment where you crash any aftermarket parts, anything you need, he's got you. All right, my guys, anyone, Ivan's Collision Center, ivans.collision.center. And if you're a college student, we actually got a special feature that's been going on still, 25% off if you're a college student. Again, hit him up, ivan.collision.center.
And guys, I literally dropped my car off with Ivan last week.
That's true.
I got into a little fender bender
for the
right
second
here in
time
downtown.
in less than 8 months.
Bro, and both times not my fault, so I can't even.
You were texting and driving?
No, I got rear-ended.
Andre, you know what's funny? you know what's funny,
the guy who breaks the car out of nowhere, right?
No, hell no.
Yeah.
Why would I want to get someone in my car?
You know what's funny, bro? Because Andre sounds exactly like my girl. Every time she does under the car, it was not my fault. It wasn't my fault.
It was
if someone rear ends you, whose fault is it?
All right, maybe you're.
But besides the point, Ivan is taking care of your boy.
Yes,
he knows what he's doing. It was the service was crazy. Like when I stepped in there from beginning to end, like it was amazing.
We're not just sitting here just saying these things. We've all gotten work done with Ivan, and we trust him with all our hearts. And that guy is amazing. Started from the bottom, and now he owns his own shop.
Hell yeah, man.
Let's go.
Dude, and coming back to the conversation, bro, because it's something that I really want to know.
Yeah, we started getting into some deep
because
shit.
we kind of jumped into it too quick.
That's me. I probably got 80.
That's all right. But that's how the conversation goes.
No,
bro.
you're good, man. I have ADHD too, man.
I don't think I do.
know
I feel like it. My wife tells me that.
When we get excited, we just want to jump into the shit. You know what I mean? So, but we want to know what made you jump from the restaurant business that you were at to do something like this, like Alset. What was the decision making right there?
Well, there's a lot behind that.
Oh, of course.
But I think at the end of the day, I always had this philosophy, like, I want to learn on somebody else's dime. Right? So for me...
Explain that.
Yeah.
I will. So I always felt like I wanted to... I have this picture I drew when I was, 12 years old. I always wanted to open up a bar on a beach with a pier, with a cool bar and a badass dance floor right on the beach. I literally wrote out what I thought prices of drinks should be, all those types of things. So
How old are you?
I don't know, probably 12.
young,
I
that's
still have the
awesome.
piece of paper. It's in my house.
No way.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
like in my head, that's like what I wanted.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. So, with all those things happening, I started learning business in the restaurant industry, and you literally get your hands on so many things. So I told you, I started off as a dishwasher. I work my way, do a few things on the line. I end up being a bar back. I end up at a host stand. And I start mingling around, and I literally am touching every guest that walks in the door at first and every time they leave. So I'm your greeter and I'm your goodbye, right? So your highs and goodbyes,
Yeah.
right?
And how long have you been that you were in that industry?
25 years.
Wow.
Right? But you learn all these things. But I learned it through great people that trained me, great people that we were able to hire. I worked for a couple different restaurant groups, Legal Seafoods. I ran a restaurant out in Nancy's when I was super young. Got my first GM job out there. That was crazy. And then I came back home and I started with a company called Not Your Average Joe's. So maybe you've been there, maybe not.
I have been there.
We grew a lot. And truth be told, when I'm not gonna talk about that. I started with them. We opened up a bunch of restaurants. I was single. I was you guys' age. I had no responsibility, so I took the opportunity to be able to move around, open up restaurants, meet other managers, work with my superiors.
When you say move around, is that just like state or like nation?
Well, not nation, but at Legals, I worked in the Mid-Atlantic, Virginia, Maryland, D.C., helped in Florida a little, was up in Massachusetts.
Really?
Not your average Joe's. We were down in the Mid-Atlantic. We opened up in Pennsylvania.
So you went around.
And when you say around, like I live locally, but I just traveled a lot.
Yeah,
but
of course.
When you open up a restaurant from scratch, you're there when the building is bare.
Yeah.
You work your way all the way up. So
That's crazy.
Getting to my point of what made me make this decision, you learn so many things when you have flexibility in that world, in my opinion. It's not like working in an office and everyone's got a set position of this person pays the bills, this person you do sales, this person,
And with flexibility, you mean like you can do every job, like.
So you learn other jobs, you get cross-trained to learn other things.
That's the biggest thing. Cross training is very important.
But
it is, but like you got to start at the bottom and learn the systems. You got to learn every position in the restaurant. You got to graduate. And for me, your question was, what was the first thing I fell in love with? I fell in love with everything I was learning to do. And every day was different to me. I didn't want to wake up and, I would drive to the same restaurant. The staff would be a little bit different every day, but the guests were always different, except for your regulars.
Yep.
So you learned how to talk to people. You learned how to deal with these crazy scenarios of things that happen. Employee issues, guest issues. So when I say you learn on somebody else's dime, I was getting paid. I was working my ass off 24/7. Like that was in my blood. I probably had more restaurant DNA than I did a person, right? And if you've been in the business for a long time, you would understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I guess it kind of leads to all the things that you do. You got a passion for something, you like it, you start going. So yeah, I opened up restaurants. I was GM fairly early.
yeah, so I think like when he's talking about flexibility, he's talking about like when he got to a certain point, when he got to a certain position in the industry that he's at, that he has the flexibility to know what to assign to who and how to work things.
Yeah, so you delegate things, but the other thing in the restaurant business, I could be a dishwasher, then I could be a cook. I could be a saute cook because a saute cook.
And especially
and then a
being,
grill
like
cook.
once you got to being a GM and stuff, because I worked in the restaurant industry
Sure.
literally throughout like my whole high school career, and like even like where I think it was 4 or 5 years after that.
Yep.
I would see him, like the general manager is always like, if the cook is out that day, whatever it is, he's popping in. A waiter's, if he needs to pop in as a waiter, he's popping in. Dishwasher, he's popping in. Like it doesn't matter. Like,
Really?
it's that flexibility.
A GM
bro.
really goes in
Are
like
you
that at a
kidding me?
restaurant?
A real
In my-
GM that puts in work, that cares, wants the restaurant to flourish, will go in.
But it depends on the restaurant that
Yeah,
you're in.
yeah.
You're in fine dining, it's different. You're,
For sure.
You're,
For sure.
I have some really close friends. I haven't talked to them in a while, but it's like those people you pick up right where you left off.
Yeah.
You know, they run Palm restaurants. That's just an example. High end, high clientele. But I'm sure they know that they could jump in when they want, but they put themselves with a great group of people that won't want them in that position.
Exactly.
Whereas you're in another
It's
type
the
of
team you build around
like a
you.
quick
Yeah.
a quick service restaurant's going to have a totally different group of people there.
Yeah.
And you're not going to, you know, from fast food, you know, all the way up the line, you got different, you know, quality of people.
Yes.
And but yeah, but every level you get to, you can keep climbing. So that's what it did, and you learn marketing, you learn talking to people, guest situation, all that craziness. So I felt like, you know,
It was a school for you, like literally.
yeah, but I mean, you're kind of maybe, and I don't want to
School of
speak
life.
for you. The things that you guys do during the day, you either like it or you don't, right?
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you're finding your next opportunity for yourself.
Yeah.
But the reason why you might look for another opportunity for yourself is because you're not fulfilled with something, and I didn't feel like I was fulfilling. I wasn't as fulfilled as, you know, being 5 years, 10 years, 15 years into the restaurant world.
And what made you not feel fulfilled? You weren't getting a certain amount of credit.
No.
You just knew you were meant for more?
No. I don't even think it was that. I just think like, I don't know. I kind of looked in the mirror. I said to myself, I've been doing this a long time. You know, I got 2 beautiful kids, beautiful wife, Cash, Mila. What's up? How you doing? My wife Nayar. How you
Shout
doing?
out the fam.
Shout out the fam.
Yeah, those are my right. So you know, those are my number ones. You get that support, but you start. You know, when you get, and I'm not old, but I'm 45. Like I remember when I was your age, saying, "Damn, I can't believe I'm 40. I'm gonna be wicked old." But it's kind of you know.
No, yeah. You've
Where the heck did
experienced.
that just come from? Hold on. Did someone just say that, or was that like a sound effect? What was that?
Yo,
Was that you?
everybody always just like, wait a minute.
Man, let's take the time to shout out Jay Briggs in the house.
Literally, bro.
Our sound engineer over
It was
here.
the sound effect.
Killing shit. Like, people don't even notice Briggs. People don't even notice, bro. This shit, someone's doing it in the back, like with the microphone.
I totally okay. So, but yeah, so it just got to the point where I just said, you know, I looked at my wife. I told her I needed to do something crazy and shake things up. She was, you know, climbing her ladder, doing her thing. You know, she's a teacher, but you know, she teaches dual language. You know, she's Portuguese, she's from Brazil, so she helps a lot of kids doing those things, and she had a great opportunity that started at the same time I was doing this. And you know, so it was an uncomfortable thing to want to go and do that, and it was very humbling, but I needed something different than the restaurant world to keep me going, but I definitely misjudged how difficult it was going to be.
To transition out of it.
Well, not like I understand business, but I literally, like, when you talk pivot, I was going this way, and I took like a
Hard left.
immediate hairpin turn the opposite way.
Yeah.
And everything just really hit me all at once, because I had never, you know, so I bought a franchise because I felt like at this point, you know what?
I've done everything. Yeah.
No, I've not done everything, but I didn't want to do it anymore for anybody else, because I felt like I would put myself in situations. You know, I guess you know, one of my old bosses he would call me a pit bull. He called me very tenacious.
So basically, they would say you would care too much.
No.
Yeah, well, when
You're just a loyal guy.
well, it's kind of, you know, you get loyalty, but you feel like sometimes you could be better than what the people are ahead of you.
I get that.
And I'm not very good all the time, and I've learned a lot. You know, so one of my old managers used to always tell me, quit while you're already behind. Right? So, like, shut your mouth. You've already said enough.
Yeah.
You're already, like, way behind in the situation. It's not even in your favor, so just shut the fuck up.
Yep.
And that's stuck with me. But now that I'm the owner of Alset Auto, and I know the business side of things that I got through what I came up with in restaurants. I understand the hospitality piece, but I had no clue how to polish a car. I never understood what paint protection film was. And then it created a new thing for me.
A new drive.
So that new drive, like, no pun intended, right? Sparked electric car. You like that?
Nothing sparking.
Yeah, but so I took a lot of that with me. I know that's a long answer to get, and I don't even know if I fully answered it. But,
No, but I get it.
But when it's just
at a point, man, you got to a point where you just saw that the customer service that they were offering in that establishment for you, you had something better and you wanted to pursue that in something else.
Well, I wanted to provide a service that people need, number one. I knew was something that it's a chance. Like, it's an EV. Like, everyone talks about it now.
I was about to ask you, man, because I was about to say, like, you could have gone, like you said, you did a crazy pivot. You did a U-turn.
Yep.
Right? You're on the restaurant business, and then I want to know why you decided to buy this franchise.
So I wanted this franchise, and by the way, we're growing all over the place. So I think I'm number 6, listed as number 6.
Where? Number 6 of what?
Of the locations that we have. So it started out in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
That's the first.
Nationwide then?
Yeah, we're going to be nationwide.
All right.
Yeah, we got Vegas coming, Los Angeles opening. We're going to be down in, different parts of Florida. We're in Jacksonville. We're in Orlando. We're in Austin, Texas.
Are you the only location in Massachusetts?
In New England.
So wait a minute, before we start getting all into to all set and everything like that.
But the true reason why I wanted to do it is because I really felt like I needed something different. I always liked cars. I'm not a mechanic. I'm literally not a mechanic. I would tell my wife all the time, I shouldn't say it.
Got baby hands.
I got sensitive hands. Like, I'm not a handy dude.
That's
you know
a
what
real
I mean?
right there.
Like, we'll talk, and maybe Ozzy will come over and maybe help us out and put a toilet dispenser on the wall. Like, I just didn't know how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't my thing. So I also wanted to find something to challenge myself, learn something new, and I got young kids. I want to be able to see them. I still work a lot. I'm dedicated to it, but I know in a year from now, even a year from where I was last year, I got more time with them than I would have in the restaurant world. And look, I want to do something. I want to do something for next 10 years of my life. I want to have something that I can take care of my family with, and this was my chance. EVs aren't going anywhere.
They're just growing, man.
Listen, I still like a gas car. I'd still love to drive a fast car. I know Richie's a fast car guy. You know what I mean? But I love the Tesla. I love the people that we work with, and we're growing the franchise everywhere. So, let's talk. If you ever want to get one open, if you're listening somewhere and you feel like you can do it, let's do it.
A bunch of our boys got Teslas, so they're definitely.
We've talked about this.
They're definitely linking up with you.
Me and Seth have talked about
like,
this.
let's just
times.
talk. I mean, we do color changes. We're working on a Model Y. It's white. Guys doing Miami blue. It's called. So.
Oh, it's like that Miami Heat color.
No, like that blue Miami Dolphin color.
That's like that's like turquoise.
Almost.
A little bit.
But
Something like that.
But it's called Miami Blue.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But they got color PPF and stuff like that. I'm sorry, Richie.
No, you're good. You're good. I just like to wrap up the whole restaurant industry. The process of challenges, a process of growth, and everything in your life, right?
Yep.
So my question is like, what was the best lesson that you took out of that whole like restaurant industry?
So
For someone that might be looking to maybe join the restaurant industry, and what can teach them the most out of that?
I don't even know if you have to join the restaurant industry. If you find something that you want to do, you got to find something you got to get consistency with everything, right? So in the restaurants, you got systems you got to follow. So I'm a systems person. You got things lined up. You guys do your podcast a certain way. Every business is different. So, but you need a system and you need consistency. When you're, myself, I work with my guys even at the shop. Eddie, Norbert, those are my guys. Nati, Norbert, Big E. They work with me, but we talk all the time about how we can try and make things better. You know, I have ideas, they have ideas. You gotta you
Open mind.
Brainstorm, man. You gotta brainstorm.
Yeah, you gotta collaborate, but when you get people with it, so in the restaurant world, it's the same thing. So you're not always going to be in agreement with something, but you got to be aligned. So you got to fight the urge to think that you're always right, like I was telling you before. That was one thing.
Dude, it's dope though that you said about like the system thing, because you know who brought that up in one of the episodes we had on Jarrell Mejia.
Yeah, process and system.
The process and system. He talked. So he's like he started off as a credit repair guy, and he just like builds up to like a lot of different businesses now. He said the same thing. Mastering the system, being consistent, and having like a game plan to make sure you know what you're doing and to lock down like whatever business you're in.
Yeah, I mean that's and that's another reason why I went with Alset. I looked at other franchises, but I figured like this one was cool. First of all, I felt like I could help with the brand. I had experience of opening restaurants from scratch to fully operational. This is a franchise that's brand new. They gave me a chance, so I'm going to give them my best effort. And all the things that I got out of the restaurant world, I'm taking with me. I believe in hospitality, right? I don't think, and Ivan, I'm sure he's doing great. You talk about an experience you have with somebody,
amazing,
right? So,
and it's funny too, because when I told that to him, he literally talked about how the guy that helped me when I went there was like a new hire, and he was like, oh, it was like such a big move because you have to pay someone good if they're like a good good worker. So he said that it was a risk, but it was a risk that provided him more business.
But you get what you pay. You get what you pay for, and if you give somebody an opportunity, and they're
going to perform.
Yeah. And you got to be comfortable. Giving up things.
Exactly.
Like I'm not good with that right now, but I used to be in the restaurant world, because in order for me to go to another restaurant, I got
hospitality, man.
No, but you got to train another manager to do your job.
So you're teaching them your ways.
Yeah, and again, like the restaurant
it's a shark world.
Yeah, but I learned by washing cars at the shop. I used to sit in the shop by myself alone, like really depressed. Like, did I do the right thing? I didn't get my first car for like 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I sat there and it was different, but I learned how to
weighs on your mind.
Wash the cars, polish the cars, just like washing the dishes, cooking the food, doing all this.
You did that. You started the system again.
Yes. So
Started from the bottom.
That's crazy.
I know we're already kind of like jumped into talking about Alset and everything like that, but I want you to explain, just because I don't want people to be lost. What is the service that Alset provides? What's the whole meaning? Because a lot of people, when they look at Alset, they don't see what's actually there in that name.
Yeah, so that's...
Explain to that, everything, what you guys provide and all.
Yeah, so this is Tesla backwards is Alset.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And it's in the
a lot of people don't see
and
that.
it's in the same, what's it called, like lettering, right?
Yeah, it's similar. It's similar, but...
It's not the same.
No, but...
Copyright.
One of the cool things about what we do, I never would have thought about this, but you guys probably, I think everybody in the room dreams about a car that they want to have.
Sure.
What's your luxury car?
My dream car, if I could choose one right now.
Yeah.
The Porsche, either the GT3 or the GT2 RS.
Okay. What about you, E?
Man, I'm not really a car guy, man. But
if
you have the car, I want to hear it. Stop.
If the one whip, bro, that you're just like...
He has the whip that he's dreamt about ever since he was like fucking 8 years old.
Man.
Okay,
But
so you don't want to. All right, but you don't need to talk about it.
No,
right?
I'll talk about it. Okay, it's a Golf R from Volkswagen.
Ooh, I love
Sweet.
that car.
Fast.
I love that car.
What year is it?
I'm talking about like
Brand new.
Like 03?
Which one?
Yeah.
I mean,
That 03 is my favorite.
I don't know, bro. No, but the 03s, I think it's like R32.
So
but it's like the same line.
It is the same line, but I like the older. I mean, I like the newer version, like probably like 15, 16, 17.
I had a couple of buddies of mine, Mario, Greg. They used to drive like GTIs and like.
Bro,
I had a GTI. I remember my GTI.
But I never.
And I was like, bro, I gotta hook this shit up. But at the time, I was a waiter. I was like, every week I was spending my money on some stupid ass shit. So I had to work one more week to upgrade my car. But I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna heat up the coils to lower this bitch. Yo, so I literally brought
Did
it
they
to...
snap?
No, they were fine. But I brought him to a shop. It was this Brazilian guy. I literally went there. He heated up the coils with like one of those torches.
Sure.
And then when it gets soft, he was measuring how much it shortens.
Yeah.
It was dope. It looked fire, but it was literally like a roller coaster because it was so like
that crazy suspension.
We tried.
Like a broken suspension on a Cadillac.
I couldn't keep shit in that car.
those are good times, bro.
Is yours still, what's that?
The GTR?
Yeah.
No, that
Have
was
you moved on from that? Is it that Lambo you were driving?
no. So my
Not yet.
Lamborghini
my
Mercy.
dream luxury car is an 488. I want white exterior, carbon fiber top, red interior. That's my car I'll have in the next 5 years.
Okay, so all right, so now that you guys told me these cars, right? So what we do is we protect Teslas the same way you guys would protect those types of cars.
I love how you put it that way.
So paint protection film is called PPF, clear bra, however you want to call it. What it is you can put it all over the exterior part of the car. Most people will put it in the high impact areas. So, there's a lot of not necessarily dealerships, but there's body shops and there's places they wrap these cars all the time.
Which is completely different.
Well, there's two ways to wrap it. You got vinyl and you got paint protection film. A vinyl, you got all sorts of crazy colors. Don't quote me on it, but you get like 5 years out of it, depending on your climate. Vinyl's going to be a cool, I call it, aesthetic on your car. It's not going to provide you protection. You could probably put some ceramic on it, help make it look clean. But, if, like some of these people, they go out there, you spend a couple $1 million on a nice Ferrari, those are all wrapped with this clear bra. So it's like 8 millimeters, 6 millimeters thick.
I would sell so me being in the car business all these years.
Yeah, you probably sell it at the dealership.
So as a finance manager, that's one of the products I would sell. And bro, people that buy like an example, like a Honda dealership, the Type R's.
Sure.
Bro, they will not take that car out of the dealership until they have the full car PPF'd.
Right.
And I would sell that package and I would make a certain profit off that package. But just like people care about these things, man. Because it's at the end of the day, it's what I talk about.
It's their baby. It's their,
But it's what I talk about with multiple guests. Our jobs sometimes, like we talked about with Exotic, you guys are dealing with people's dreams. You're taking care of someone's dream. No, I'm going to pour myself some. Look at my bottle here.
Don't touch Rich's bottle, bro.
Don't touch my bottle. What the fuck?
He's over here preaching with a whiskey bottle.
No, but I'm saying when we talked about this, you're taking care of people's dreams. So at the end of the day, man, your job is a lot more important than a lot of people see because these cars that you're taking care of, someone dreamt and worked really hard to own that vehicle.
So not to answer it, but to kind of piggyback on what you're saying. The way that we look at Tesla owners, that's an investment, right? So a lot of people that buy these EV cars, you're not turning this car over in 4 years. These cars are going to last you like 300,000 miles, right?
Even more, I've heard. I heard Teslas last year for like
all sorts of them. They can get up to 500, but my point is this is an investment for somebody. So these are, everybody that I talk to, and whether Norbert or Eddie at the shop, they talk to our folks when they leave the shop. We're giving them an experience. We're walking them through these cars. I would tell you, if I've done 200 cars, we've literally taught people, at least everybody, one or two things about their Tesla that they didn't know about.
That's dope.
Because it's brand new. These cars are coming to us with like maybe 30 miles on it, 100 miles, 500 miles. Because what this PPF film does, you put it on the car, it's self-healing. It's got UV protection, so it's not going to change the color. It's hydrophobic. And when I say self-healing, you guys know Wolverine, right? Every time he gets, cut up, he heals up right away. Really hot water, sitting out in the sun. The scratches that you get on this film disappear. When you're driving on the road, Teslas are known for soft paint, right? Every car has different textures of paint and thickness.
Really, I never heard that. Teslas are known for soft paint?
Oh, yeah. Look it up online. That's one of the reasons why I got excited about this, because literally everyone knows.
It's like a known thing in the Tesla community.
Exactly.
So people are like, yo, I got to protect the paint.
You'll see. You either say, I bought this car and it's just a car for me and I don't really care, or I'm getting it taken care of. And it just depends on, if you're on Reddit and you're down a rabbit hole of people complaining about the car, that's great. But
I know for a fact Joe, Guy, and those guys, Gio, didn't know that, and they're about it.
Yo,
Yeah.
Was he
Gil.
the King Closer guy?
Gil.
So listen.
You heard that, Gil? King Closer.
Hey, listen. He drives a dope Model X
with
red.
that red.
I think it's a plaid.
It's a plaid,
yeah.
So I was actually at the charger station. So I'll swing through the charger stations, not necessarily charging the car, but I'll be passing out flyers. And
Bro, there's a whole community
Listen to
at the
this,
charger
guys.
station.
Listen to this.
They all hang out, meet up. You know what I mean?
Right. So we go there.
Shit about their wives.
No, but like, so I still have a hit list of like 2 or 3 Teslas I haven't had in the shop since we've been open. And he's got one of those cars that I want, and I don't bust his chops. I don't know him from a hole in the wall, but whatever. I don't need to get in it with him. But he had a mark on his car, and I was like, listen, man, let me fix it. You know, let's see what happens. It never happened. It's all good. I see.
Oh, we're gonna make it happen.
listen,
We're gonna
Gil,
make
you
it
gotta
happen.
go. Come on,
Listen,
Gil.
Hey, Gil, listen, I think I even saw you, and I'm not trying to call you out. I think you're cool, and I don't even know you. But you go racing in that thing, and you're going to get rocks. It's going to hit it. That's an investment.
Yo, he brought that thing to the quarter mile and spanked every car there.
Right. All I'm saying is let's get it protected
Yes.
with the paint protection film. You go on that, go out, race, do all those crazy things, but your car's not going to get wrecked. So we put it on Carfax. We're Carfax. We're
Wait,
with
what?
Carfax.
Really?
Oh yeah. So
That's dope.
Yeah. So we register your car with Carfax after the job is
Really?
done. Yeah, I got the PPF company that we work with.
Certified.
Oh yeah, totally certified. I let them know they got a warranty. So our film has got 10-year warranty from the
3M?
factory.
3M?
No, I'll leave it out of it just
Okay.
because. But at the end of the day, we give them a lifetime warranty. That's one of the things that
That's
we do.
dope.
That's one of the things that we
That's
do.
out of Alset. That's like Alset's.
That's Alset's thing. So the film, so we do lifetime warranty on the installation of the work that we do. I cannot do PPF. Like, I definitely know that for sure. I want to learn. I call him El Chavo. I call him Big E. So he does like masterful work on the cars that we do, like to the point where you don't even know
That it's wrapped.
that it's wrapped, right? He does a great job. Norbert gets the cars all prepped up. Like, he'll make a car that literally came from the dealership better than what it looked like leaving the dealership.
How long of a process to do a full installation?
Well, I mean, it definitely it is an installation.
No, just because he always says it with the sun around. So I'm just like,
Yeah, so I mean, so it's a process, and people need to understand that. Some people, they'll reach out and they legitimately think that they can, let's say, call it a full front, full nose. It's the high impact.
It's the different
areas,
packages, yeah.
right? So
Sometimes they do the bumper, the hood, and the fenders, and that's it.
like a partial front or just a bumper.
Or sometimes
like
what people will do is
the
just the
line
front
across the
bumper,
hood.
the hood, the mirrors, and that's it, because that's
Yeah.
what gets the front impact.
Yeah.
But some other people want to do the full package, and like those guys, they really, really care.
Well, they care, and again, I told you it's an investment, right? So people look at it, and I'm not a body shop. I don't do paint. I could definitely
But
recommend.
our sponsor is Ivan Collision Center.
If he fixes Teslas, let me know.
He does.
We should talk. But so at the end of the day, I walk people through what I think is best for them based on what they tell me are their needs. So get it, the whole restaurant thing, you're catering to every table, you're catering to every guest. I don't call in an appointment. When you book something with me, it's a reservation, right? We're going to take care of you from start to finish, like I used to talk to people at the host stand. So
it's an experience. It's not just you're
Yeah.
going in to wrap your test.
yeah, and I mean, not to, I think our reviews are great. It's uncomfortable seeing my name in a lot of reviews, but it's building relationships. And, I guess the third thing out of restaurants is people relationships, because that's going to make or break you no matter what it is that you do.
Yes. No matter what even in
Yeah.
your personal life and with everything, like
Yeah.
if you know how to deal with people and relationships, man, it's something that takes you so far in life.
Yep.
How do you apply it?
The PPF?
The film.
So I'll answer that and your process question. So the car, you got to clean the car, you got to prep the car, you got to clay bar the car, you got to get any contamination off of the car.
Like a full detail before you put it in.
So you're using compounds, you're using polishing pads, and what you do is if you have scratches in the clear coat, you buff those things out. You basically are going to take a car and make it look brand new again. That's what we do before we put it on. So you go through that process, and then we'll put the film on the car.
Yeah.
And it's a wet application, meaning it's a slip solution and a tack solution.
So it's like you spray under, then apply
Yeah,
it.
it's
and
like a
then
combination of
Squeeze it out.
soap and water, sprayed on the car. You got to make sure that you don't have a lot of contamination in your area. We do window tints, not a ton of it. Window tints super sensitive. Like you can get a hair, it could fly right into it. You got to rip it off, do it again.
Yeah.
With PPF, it's literally just a science, but it's very difficult. It's all about tension and slip solution, so you can move it around. Tack solution lets it
So it
sit
starts sticking, yeah.
and starts sticking to the car. Once you get through that process, you're trimming up, making sure all your seams look good. You can't see certain things. You heat gun, get that stuff down, and literally when the job is done, it's all set.
work of art.
It's all set.
So, guys, again, all set, guys. For all your Tesla needs, this guy is amazing. I'm telling you guys,
Tesla, baby.
And we actually got like what you. Oscar's talking to me. I mean,
Oh wait.
Tesla, guys. He's taking care again of Tesla, guys, and doing his.
Now I owe you
What?
an uncomfortable comment, right?
Uh-oh.
So anyway, what this has taught me is it's opened my eyes up for future things. Whether it be in this industry or not, I think that when you learn about business, each business has its own niche for what you do. You do solar. What do you guys do? You guys do
No,
solar?
I'm not solar. I do
Me and Eric,
carpentry.
solar boys.
Carpentry? I need a fence.
I'm a
or a
entrepreneur.
deck.
Bro,
Let's talk after
I'm
the
your
show.
guy.
All right, we'll see. What do you do?
Me?
Yeah.
Man, undisclosed.
Eric's a crack dealer. No, I'm joking.
Okay, that's cool.
Entrepreneur, man.
Eric sells Sunrun, bro.
I do solar, and I also do marble and granite, man. So this.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, new
Shama.
view marble
Yo,
and
dude.
granite. Huh?
Listen, you could put PPF over marble and granite, and it'll keep it forever. Well, I know that some of those don't stain and stuff like that.
Of course not. Yeah.
Yo, you could put a hydrophobic surface on top
yeah?
of it. Yo, look into it.
Yo, did we just create something? right
Yo.
now?
No, it's out
Nah,
there.
straight
No, it's
up.
out there.
It's out there.
This is the button.
No, we're
No,
talking
but-
about that's
no,
that's
my-
like epoxy or some shit.
No, it's not epoxy. I want to say it's polyurethane of some kind.
Okay.
But it's so like if you're cutting on the surface and you cut the PPF film, it's self-healing,
Yeah.
so it'll go away.
Come back.
Yeah.
It'll look like you got your granite or.
Hey, let's
Anyway,
take advantage of talking about New View Marble and Granite Maker. We did not talk about them last episode. New View Marble and Granite Bricks, Shama. Guys, kitchen countertops, vanity countertops, shower wall. Man, these guys put stone on anything. They do the best thing ever. Guys, they have a huge inventory of marble, granite, quartz. They have an excellent crew of installation. They have an excellent crew of fabrication. These guys are the best to ever do it. And the thing is, the competition is so high, man, and we're still killing it. Guys, hit us up, 508-541-3909, 508-541-3909. Or visit our website, New View Marble and Granite. No, it's just newviewgranite.com. Fill out an estimate sheet, and we're gonna get to you as soon as possible. Shama.
All right, look.
Did you say Shama?
Shama.
Shama, say it,
That
Seth.
means call.
Shama.
I'm saying like go fuck yourself.
That's like,
But it's so in the
but the West way to put that into English, Shama is like, come on, like, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Shama.
Yo,
There we go.
Briggs. Shama.
Shama.
Hey, play that other thing that like totally freaked me out. I don't even know what that was.
Bruh.
Bro, you know what? I want to say this actually.
Yeah.
So, the other day, guy came into the shop, dropped off a package, and he's like, "What's up, bruh?"
But he used BRHU.
Yeah, but he's-
BRUH.
But
Bruh.
this is a weird thing, right? I felt like why you calling me bro? like not like I was angry at him.
Yeah.
But you know, like when
You were
someone
confused.
calls you like, yo, what's up, bro? Like,
Yo, what up, bro?
Whoa,
Does that
wow, look at this, bro. I
that
definitely want
bother
to
you?
bring this up. I'm sorry, I got to interrupt
no,
you.
go for it.
Is
Go
that the
for
live
it.
chat, Rich?
We got Phil Bunting here,
Oh,
All
yeah.
Set Auto founder here.
Yeah, there he
Seth,
is.
thanks for an
Yeah.
amazing ambassador for the brand. Proud
Yep.
to have you in our team. Team Savage, hashtag Team
Oh, yeah.
Savage.
Shout out Phil.
Killing it in mass. Let's
Get it
go.
right,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Phil,
buddy.
thank you so much for logging in, man. Again, all set, all success to you guys, bro. Honestly,
Yeah, so-
what you guys are doing is amazing. And, bro, thank you for logging in and giving us all the support.
Yeah, so you know, I should talk about Phil. I should talk about Marcus
For sure.
So you know, when I went through this process, it was cool. It was scary. It was exciting. It's like literally, you know, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I work my ass off.
Not yet, at least.
Hey, listen, I want to live a good life. I want to live a comfortable
No,
life.
of course, man.
right?
But we gotta shoot for the stars.
Listen, exactly, right? Someone actually sent me a text the other day. Sit in your backyard. I almost want to read it. It's like, sit in your backyard, look at the stars, picture yourself, you know, like jumping on one and taking off with it kind of thing. It was something
Shema.
like that. It came to me at like 2:30 in the morning. It was an old chef I used to work with, great guy. I mean, he's got his own business now too. The Phil and Marcus, I got to meet these guys. You know, when you open up a franchise, it's different than a business, right? You guys are opening something, you got it from scratch. When I was in the restaurant world, everything, I had access to all the things that I needed to be able to execute my job with my teams and all those things. So when I started looking into what I wanted to do next, you know, briefly, like I literally have dreamt about opening up a Jewish deli. And
Yeah, you literally brought that up. We like kind of touched upon it a little bit before.
Right. So I would say, so the pandemic happened, restaurant world, we shut down for a little bit. We got back open. That was crazy. That opened my eyes to a lot of things. Went and did Atlantic Poke. Big shout out to Atlantic Poke. If you guys like poke bowls, I don't know if you. His name's Mike Tomiolo. There's one right behind Whole Foods on Route 9, and then we opened one over across from the Apex Plaza over in Marlboro.
Oh, cool.
And it was really dope. I had a great experience with them. You know, it was different not working in a big restaurant world, but I had a lot of hands-on. I worked with Mike, got to be creative to a certain extent. You know, we had a great relationship, and I just, you know, I didn't end up staying there because I needed something different.
For sure.
You know, but what was cool was, and you know, Mike wanted to start opening franchises, so
Of Atlantic Poke.
of Atlantic Poke.
Yep.
You know, those are definitely available. So I'm giving Atlantic Poke a plug. That's good,
Nah, do
good
it, do
food.
it.
Mike's a good guy. Julia.
Thais would eat there
Yeah, she
every
used to come
week,
in.
multiple times
Yeah.
a week. She loved that place.
Yes,
Poke's good, man.
I think I saw her more than I ever saw you.
So the big thing for me,
You guys lived across the street, didn't you?
yes, we
You
live
lived
right
at-
next to
yeah.
on Stonegate,
The-
right there.
yeah,
Yeah,
the apartments up
right
there.
behind. But I have a shellfish allergy, Seth, so that's why I don't risk it. I don't go in places like
Dude,
that.
I'm telling you.
No,
Listen,
bro.
I'm telling you, it's all separated. Gloves change. It's gluten free, but the shellfish thing, food's different. Just check it out for
I
yourself.
feel you. I'll
know?
do it. Definitely do it. Definitely do
Wait,
it.
but Poke bowls have shellfish? I thought it was usually tuna
There's some-
or
no, but
salmon.
there is
Tuna,
shrimp,
salmon,
too.
shrimp.
Oh,
Yeah, there is
and,
shrimp
and,
too.
and chicken. But
Okay.
you know, it's careful. But you know what I was saying, and going back to the whole Alset thing with with Phil and Marcus is he started launching a franchise. That was a lot for him. I could see it. You know, we had great conversations. We got things, where they needed to be able to launch that, right? And going through that process, it got me reading about franchising. And one of the things that I look at in a franchise that, I guess I could have done it on my own. Like I told you, I want to open up a deli. I found out I ended up having a reason why I couldn't really be eating bread. That's a whole other story. So I kind of went a different route. But the franchise thing is already set up for you, right? So when you have the franchise, you got a brand that you're working with. I was used to working with a brand, right?
Yeah.
You know how to build it. They have the marketing for you. They have all the tools that you need to be able to be successful as a business owner.
And you touched upon that a little bit in the beginning. You said you're like the best way to like do something is to oh damn, bro, I
Learn on
exactly
somebody
what you-
else's
exactly.
dime.
There you go. You
Yeah.
said that because like it's not exactly that, but it's they kind of have the system already, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yep.
So you follow that, but then you build it upon what you can bring to that system.
Yeah, and I think it's funny. I could sit back today. I think I was excited for the opportunity. I was overwhelmed about the opportunity, but I took everything that I had, and with everything going on in my life, with my family, and it wasn't bad. It was just different careers were going different ways. I'm starting something new. Kids going back to school. It got uncomfortable.
And you said too, your wife was on a transition from a job too, right? She was like
Yeah.
doing something new as well.
Yeah, and I mean, if I listened to Nayara for everything since we've been together, it'll be 11 years, I probably would have been in a better spot, but I don't listen very well. And like one of the, and people always, my old boss, he was the owner, Steven Sosa, he used to say, hey, Cabbage, he used to call me Cabbage, whatever, but he'd be like, hey, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, listen twice as much as you talk, right?
Wow.
And I didn't understand that.
Bring that back.
Bring that
Rewind
back.
that one.
Yeah. But like,
That's important. Say that again.
Yeah.
yeah, so he told me, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. You got to listen twice as much as you talk.
Let's go.
But he probably said that to me for like 10 years, right? And it never made sense to me until I started doing this, right? Because when you work in the restaurant world, you work for a company, those things are all there. You don't necessarily have to listen to everything or do everything. You just got to be in alignment, roll those things out,
Yeah.
whatever. But now that I'm doing everything on my own, I have to listen really good. And I didn't do a good job of that, but I've learned through lessons, with my wife, with my friends, with fellow business owners that I've been meeting. I got to listen more, take what I can, get the little tidbits that I can that are going to help me. And it's crazy. Like something will happen to me. And I think back to this conversation. I'm like, wow. You kind of have a flashback, like somebody said that to you, but you didn't want to believe it.
It's something that's like in your subconscious where
Right.
you're just like, okay, whoa, that just
So
happened.
yeah, so like all those things happen. I get the opportunity of a lifetime, in my opinion, with Alset. These guys give me that chance, right? So I didn't listen well in the beginning. Everyone always told me through the process. It's a process. You got to trust the process. Well, I like relapsed in a sense of. I didn't listen. I was talking more than I was listening.
Yeah.
I was probably pissing those guys off.
If you don't mind me asking, was there like a moment where you're really like, okay, what was like that exact moment where you're like, all right, I'm talking more than I'm listening? Was there like a situation
What made you fall
where
into that?
Well, I know myself too well. I knew I was doing it, and it like got to a point where.
So it was like gradually, you're like, damn, bro, I
Well-
gotta stop doing that.
Well, you gotta understand. So, like, you guys haven't been to my shop.
Not yet.
I know Ozzy's been over there. You guys are welcome to come
been
by.
there.
Yeah, you've
I've
been
been
there.
there.
You caught up.
I'm
with
gonna stop by this way. I'm down the street, so I'm gonna stop by.
Yeah, that's totally cool. You're more than welcome to come in, check it out, hang out, whatever.
You there every day?
Every day. Yep. So, but anyway, the moment I knew it the whole time I was doing it, but I will tell you, the moment I realized things were going good, it was when I had a team around me. Because when I didn't, I would sit in that shop. It's 4,000 square feet in the shop. It's just me, maybe 1 car, 2 cars. I'm not making money. I'm still losing money after initial investment that goes in. I'm not sleeping. I'm not feeling good. All those things that, everybody, this is so like weird and cliche, but when you listen to people's stories, they always say, I was struggling. You only see where I'm at today kind of thing.
Because you were at your lowest point.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't even not like it was my lowest point. I probably thought 3 times, I don't want to do this. And I'm willing to lose whatever that money, it was a lot of money for me, to invest in it. But somebody gave me the chance, and I pulled back on all those different things in the restaurant world when the kitchen is crashing and you don't know what to do, but you got to, there's a solution.
You just gotta buck up.
Listen,
You be like, yo, I gotta figure this out.
you will always have problems, but there is a solution for every problem. It might not be the best one. You might find out you could do it a little bit different. So
Yeah.
the next time that thing comes up, you're like, it's like going to the gym. You know, you work out,
Repetition.
the
That's what I tell the
repetition.
boys, man.
Muscle memory.
Every problem there's a solution, man. It's just like let's put our brains together and let's figure this shit out, because at the end of the day, like, we can look at it in one way. You say, look, this is the problems that we have and there's no way out of it, or look, this is the problems we have, these are the solutions that we have. Which one are we gonna choose?
Yeah, bro. In life, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I like it.
Phil, can you tell us a little bit about Phil?
Phil's great. You know,
Who is Phil?
So Phil Bunting is his name. He's the founder of Alset Auto.
I wouldn't interrupt you again because he just put another comment out here.
I bet he is. He's listening.
I
told him I was going to be up here. So
I think you're getting the chancletas thrown at you for this one. He goes, "That's not a franchise approved colorway shirt, by the way."
Yo, listen. Hey, listen. This is Phil. Listen. This shirt right here, it's camo. So my guy Norbert that works for me, he's a military guy. He did 10.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I actually met him. I did work on his car. So he's a Tesla owner. I did work on his car. Whatever. Long story short, he starts working for me, and I always told him, "Hey Phil," I was telling him, "Listen, I want to get you a military shirt. I like the camo, like the
Let's
the
go.
camo
It looks
design."
dope. Phil,
Like it-
approved. It looks dope, Phil.
But I needed something special for my team. So, you know, like I said, it's about people. Sometimes it's the littlest things, you know, that make you feel good about like where you are. You know, we have those branded Alset shirts. And by the way, I got shirts and hats for you guys. So,
Let's see it. Let's see it. What?
yeah.
All right.
Oh, I got one.
hats right here.
Yeah, so, yeah, we got.
You got one.
Yes, sir.
We don't want to mess up Eric's
All
here.
right.
Yeah,
Alset Auto, baby.
All set. Auto.
And then we got the red, black, and
Oh, see? Yo, Phil, he's representing right
Phil,
now,
there
man.
you go.
Look
That's
at this.
approved.
Let's
Stamp
go.
that. Stamp that.
What camera are we at right now? What camera? That one?
Oh, we're over here.
Middle one?
Oh, this is sick.
Guys, look
Oh,
at this.
Right? And then if you look at the back, it's We Speak Tesla.
Look at this, guys.
Right?
And then we got Team Savage hashtag.
Yeah, so again, like, so we got this is a limited production right here on this shirt. It's we call ourselves Team Savage. I heard you guys joking about it, and I happen to have the shirt on. But yeah, I mean, listen.
Wait, joking about what?
No, you were talking Team Savage. I turned around.
No, we don't joke about that.
Well, okay.
No, we are
serious.
savages.
He goes, that's not a joke. That's reality.
I'm a savage. We are savages.
So I get it. I totally agree. But
I
listen,
just saw that I did this.
but I think that, you know, they gave us the name. Norbert, Eddie, they're sitting around, savages. Truth be told, like, we want to make like a YouTube video of us in the shop, like just cracking jokes at each other and whatever.
We know a guy.
But like, you know, we're Team Savage, but we take pride in our work and doing the things that we do. But, you know, sometimes you got to do those little perks. But, you know, at the end of the day, you got to do it. But yeah, to answer it, you know, so I came across Phil and Marcus together. I met Marcus at the end of the process, Phil in the middle of it. But I talked to a couple of the other franchise owners, and they just, you know, they were in the very beginning stages. So Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, I think Chris down there, he's been open 2 years, right about this time. So he's a little bit more than a year ahead of me as far as executing the business. Chris,
Were you one of the first shops?
I mean, I wasn't one of the first 5, 6 of them, however you want to call it. But like I said, we're the only one in New England. You know, a lot of people do these cars, but nobody does what we do. And what Phil's vision, if you go up to the website, allsetauto.com/Boston.
Let's go.
Right? You got to do those things.
Alset, guys.
Yes.
1L.
And
Tesla
we're also,
backwards.
guys,
Yeah,
we're also going to have the
Tesla backwards.
website on the description of
Yeah.
the video, too. You guys can always check it out. Just click it
Follow
over there. It's a
them.
lot easier for
Hey,
you.
can I throw this out there too?
Please throw anything you want, bro.
Anybody that wants to get some PPF on a car, we talk about ceramic, I'll give you 10% off.
Coming from Hit Podcast.
Coming from a hip podcast.
Y'all heard it here
So we're gonna
first,
say
baby.
this then.
That's a good savings.
I love
this isn't
it.
a cheap thing.
No, I know. So,
but it's an
we're talking-
investment.
Listen,
It's an
what I
investment,
want to say is
right?
this, guys. If you guys hit up Alset and you mention hip all set. Guess what? He's gonna make sure you're
Yep.
hip with what's going on and getting 10% off.
Yep.
Sir.
Let's go.
Yep. We
I
can
love that.
Can we get that number up there later on? We'll get the.
We'll put the phone number. We'll
the
put everything
Instagram.
there. Yes,
All right,
everything.
cool.
We'll make sure we'll put
But,
that there.
Yeah. So Chris has been open now a little bit over just about 2 years. I think Portland 4 or 5 years ish, right? And then they're up in Seattle. One of my the guy I went through training with, his name's Rob. He opened up 2 shops. He's in Jacksonville, Florida, Orlando, Florida. We got Scotty down in Austin, Texas, killing it. And then we got a bunch of shops that are literally about to open over the next couple of months. So we got Atlanta opening. We got, let's see, Atlanta, Las Vegas, actually. I think Matt out there, congratulations to Matt. I think he opened up this week, last week, little
Oh,
soft
shit.
opening. So we're in
Sure.
Vegas, Tampa, LA.
Bro, I'm gonna connect you
It's
guys
growing.
with one of our bros that's actually killing it out there in Vegas right now, DJing. Andre Bueno, he's killing it out in Vegas. I'm gonna connect you with him, bro, because he can
Yo.
definitely get you guys some
So
business out there.
in a weird way, I have no idea how I'll figure out how to do it. But have you guys ever heard of the SEMA show?
Yeah. Yes. The
So-
biggest car show in the world.
It's a car show. You got PPF installers, like famous installers, all
Yep.
that stuff. The companies that do
And
this.
that's where
PPF.
they like
It's in
unveil.
Vegas.
That's where they unveil like new,
Yeah.
like a bunch of new products every year too, right?
products, ridiculous cars.
Crazy shit, the craziest cars you've seen. Like,
Yep. So that's actually, I think, the week of Halloween.
oh, dope.
So I want to try and find a way to go do that because I think it would be cool.
Let's go
But
do a podcast over there.
anyway, so yeah, if
Yo,
you get that hookup, that
that'd be
might be
dope.
no,
cool.
but SEMA too though. It's the thing. You can't just buy a ticket. You have to be invited, right?
No, you can buy a ticket.
Oh, it's like a whole.
Yeah, I think it's like a week long, and it's like a convention, like all week. But you got people there all the time, and yeah, I mean, if we can represent Alset, I mean, at the end of the day, for me, I want to represent it. But
For sure.
I'm sorry, I keep sidetracking, but that's
Bro,
just me.
we're having a conversation.
But so Phil, out where he is, the reason why this whole thing started is you don't necessarily call a place and get a price when you want to do it, right? You call up, you get a quote, they're like, come down, bring your car. You leave a message, you don't get a phone call back, right? So Phil came up with this transparent pricing, right? So you go to our website, you can put in a quote, ask for, whether it be a full front end, we do the
A
combo.
user-friendly website.
Yeah, I mean, so his thing was, all right, if I can order my Tesla from my cell phone right now,
I want to be able to
I
protect
want
my Tesla.
I want to protect my Tesla over my cell phone.
Yo,
right now.
he's smart.
Fire.
He's smart. I like this guy. I like this guy.
He's super smart. Marcus has a different background, but they found a passion together. Good guys. I think with any business, everybody knows what they're. I think this is good for anybody, and I've learned this more. I can't do PPF. I'm not the greatest at. I do a good job because I did a lot of good work with it, but I'm not. I'm not a paint correcting guy. I'll help. I know how to do everything except paint protection film, but you got to get people around you that are the experts in those things. And that's what I feel like I feel like Phil found that in his people. We got a good marketing team. They brand us out there. I mean,
At the end of the day, bro, you're putting all these talents together in one business that has good. At the end of the day, I always say this, man. If you want to do business with a business, make sure their principles are right. And for everything you've told me so far, it seems like you, Phil, the founder of this business, have the right principles.
Sure.
So one thing I definitely want to say to you guys is that
let me say it like this. I believe in his. I won't call him principles, but
His system.
I believe in his system. I believe in the brand. I believe that I can stand behind it the same way I did with Not Your Average Joe's for 17 years.
But that all has to do with principles, because at the end of the day, man, it comes to do with the character of the person who's behind the brand and what their intentions are behind that. And it comes to see that you guys are really caring. You're
Yeah.
coming and bringing that catering service from the restaurant business into people's automotive
Sure.
like love. And it's awesome that you're doing that. And I want to do a big shout out to Phil, man. Again, this guy's a
Hey.
beast, man. You got the right guy by your
Hell
side. Because
yeah.
I'll tell you this, man, he's a hustler. I know him, and this guy will definitely make your brand go crazy.
He also shows that an example of the process, man.
It's a process.
Everything in life, guys, it doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what kind of dream you have. It's always going to be a process. If you don't want to go through with that process, then you're not going to go through with the dream. It's a process. You're gonna get hate. You're gonna get no's. You're gonna get disappointments. But it's how you see those disappointments. It's how you see those hate. You either take that as ammunition, or you take that as, just
Motivation.
bro. Just like, let's go.
Yo, you know what's crazy that you say that?
Show up.
in my reflections lately, one of the things that pushed me over the edge to do this. So my wife calls me crazy for doing it, but I got no problem going up to anybody, having a conversation. You know, whatever, you got parsley on your tooth, I'm going to tell you because I can't talk to you without it. No, I'm not saying
y'all didn't tell me the whole door.
No.
I'm about to say, y'all didn't tell me this whole time. Yo,
No, listen, my point is, I would have
I
told you
get
that.
it. Now I'm yo.
Let's stop here.
That's the point, brother.
That shit went all the way over your head.
Like,
Yo, I didn't connect it. I was like, fuck, yo, do I really?
Oh my god, I love that sound effect. Let's do that again.
the Flintstones.
Bro, that example just fucked me up.
He was like, what are you talking about?
I just lost
Nah,
my
I was
train of
about to
thought.
fucking tell y'all.
Wait.
She didn't tell me this whole
You're a
fucking
sincere
time.
person. You speak what's in your mind.
Yeah, so you know, like, yeah, I lost my train of thought on that. That totally messed me up. But no, listen, I'm happy what I did. You do have to take chances. I feel weird driving a Tesla. Don't get me wrong, I love it. You know, we've done some good work on the car. It's got PPF. It's got color PPF on it.
Just
You know,
fire.
I drove a Tesla Plaid yesterday, man, and that shit's insane.
No, but I pulled up to the studio. He parked in front of the door to get up to the studio, and I'm like, yo, this Tesla's fire.
Bro, Teslas are
Yeah.
fire, man.
No,
All dogs.
but it's
this
different.
Tesla is
We put
fire.
so what we did. So we just started. I mean, we've experimented with it. We feel comfortable to the point we just launched, you know, like slow rollout kind of thing of color PPF, which is different than the vinyl. It acts just, you know, the same warranty. We'll give you our lifetime on everything. But yeah, so we put, it's called Wicked Thundercloud. I ended up getting it. It was like
Wicked
a,
Thundercloud.
yeah, so
it has the
say
Wicked in it.
But I say Wicked a lot from being around
Wait, so
here.
you chose that?
Wicked Pissa. But no, the name of the film is Wicked Thundercloud, and it had some imperfections in it. And
Wicked Pissa.
Yeah.
Wicked piss, I can't.
So it kind of fit, you know, with the way that I talk. And Ian, who's out there, he's like the operations guy for us. So I go to him for certain things. But he's like, oh, I got the perfect color for you. It's Wicked Thundercloud. But it's black. It's got specs in it. But yeah, listen, I feel weird driving the car, but I love representing the brand.
Hell yeah.
I want to do things with it. My brain explodes now with ideas. I just, you know, I gotta go step by step. I don't want to go too fast.
Yeah, man. It's just like your brain explodes with ideas, and then you start thinking of different ways you can approach that ideas. And that's something that we have, man. It's something that we have. Is that we brainstorm. You have no idea what goes on in this studio, man. Like honestly, murder goes on in this studio. Hey guys, nobody say that. Okay.
But I feel
But at
you,
the
bro.
end of the day, it's just like, dude, we're throwing so much ideas up in the air, bro, and figuring out so many ways to approach that idea is it's I love the fucking
It's the
process,
true blood of
man.
entrepreneurship.
It is, man.
It can be messed up though.
It's hard.
Right? You know, you guys, you know, I don't know if this is like considered the entire crew here, but every
yeah.
you all have different ideas. You throw things up on a board.
But it goes down to knowing who your team is and choosing the right person
Trust.
for your team.
Yeah,
because
but-
like these people that are back here right now, like we didn't just choose them out of the blue. Like we studied these people and we saw that the sacrifice they're willing to make for the podcast to be like, you know what, we want you to participate because you know you guys are not only seeing what we're doing now, but you guys are seeing the vision that we're having in the future.
Yeah,
It's like this is our baby, and at the end of the day, we're willing to share this experience with other people, and there's a huge risk in that sometimes.
But every one of you brings something different.
yes,
Yeah,
and
right.
it's amazing.
So, like, I grew up with Voltron, right? So you always want to say you got to form like Voltron, right? But only certain people get to do that. Only certain people get to do certain things. You know, you can look at a lot of different people, and you know, you can look at somebody and think, oh man, they must be having the greatest life. They're doing the greatest thing. They must have the most amount of money, and that may discourage you. You know, I sometimes look at competitors of mine, and I won't lie, it scares me sometimes. right?
Yeah.
I think competition is scary, but I also think competition is necessary for you to
Hell yeah.
Healthy
to grow.
competition.
We
And we
talk-
talk
we
about that
talk
a
I mean,
lot.
it gets
that.
messed up.
But
Yeah,
it teaches you to
gets
innovate.
messed
You
up.
know, it teaches
No,
you
man,
to
but
think
we-
new, think different.
We talk about this in the office all the time, man. It's even though as an office we're a team. There's still competition, man. Everyone's trying to hit their numbers, man. And just wrapping this up, man, because I need to take a huge ass piss.
Eric wants to break the
You
seal.
have no idea I want to break the seal, but
Oh, that's
honestly,
it?
bro,
This went by quick.
It goes by quick,
Bro,
right?
it goes back.
We're
It
not-
goes by.
I can keep going.
Eric, before you say that, I want to say one thing, actually. I want to say thank you so much for everyone who's been watching, because we just hit 700 followers.
Yes, sir.
Guys, listen.
Guys, thank you.
where's the crowd at?
Yeah, wait. Where did we start at? Where'd you start at before the show?
What do you mean?
7, no,
think we-
6.
nah, I think
660, is that what you said?
We're,
I think it was 680, no? Or
Six-
690? I don't even know.
690,
690.
690,
I don't know, I'm
690.
just-
We're
I'm
at
just curious.
690.
Yeah, no, I
and we
think it
gained-
was.
Yeah, so we hit 700.
I'm here for a milestone.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Let's go.
Seth,
Hip-hop.
so one thing that we like to do, man,
Yes.
after telling your story, man, after showing people that there is a chance for everybody.
Yeah. And it's not easy.
It is not easy. Nothing comes easy in life, guys. Stop thinking that I'll do this. This move that I'll make, I'll become a millionaire tomorrow, guys. Take your head off your ass. It's not that easy.
It's a
all right? It's a
process.
fucking process. It's a struggle. And if you're willing to put up with the struggle, you're willing to go through the process. And one thing that I wanted to tell you, man, is just one advice that you can give to the people, man, especially in your line of work. If people that came through what you went through, one advice that you would give for the people that are listening to you right now.
Life is about chances and choices that you make. Right? That's the only way, that's the most succinct way I could say it, right? You're going to get chances to do a lot of different things, right? And the choices that you make is going to be the journey that you put yourself on. Some of those things are going to go up and they're going to come down real fast. Some of those things are just going to take a little while, and we might be sitting here today and you guys could be like Joe Rogan podcast over 2,000 episodes. You know what I mean?
Deus quiser.
You have those goals, you have those things, but if you don't take chances with some of your choices, you're never going to get there. And I'm still learning that too, but that's what I would say.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Seth, man, thank you so much for being here with us today, bro.
Appreciate you a lot,
it's
man.
awesome to hear the story because
Appreciate the merch.
I want to bring
Yep.
something up, and I say this every time, man. The
Yep.
whole purpose of our podcast is talking about a balance in life. So I want to say this to everybody. Is the camera on me right there? Is the camera there? Where are we at? Middle? Where are we
Over
at?
here.
There? All right, I want to say something, guys. If you guys liked our content, and again, everything we're talking about is balance in life as just being successful in life, right? What can you do to take your life to the next level? What can we do to be successful and truly work hard, but have a balance? Because it's not just about money. It's about truly having an experience as a father, as a mom, as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman, a businessman. That's what we're here to talk about. How's your spiritual life? How are you doing with your family? How are you doing with your business? How are you treating your employees? And that's what we really want to talk about, is really making a mark in people's lives and taking it to the next level and understanding that it's not just about money, but it's about having a balance within every pillar of your life.
Yep.
And bro, everything you mentioned today, and I say this to every guest, and you're just another proof of that you are a great businessman, a great father, a great friend, a great coworker, a great boss, a great everything, man. You're trying your best to do the best you can.
Appreciate
and yes,
that.
you might have your faults. You might have the things where sometimes you messed up in life, but you didn't let that stop you, and that's why you are where you are today. And I'm very proud to say that I'm your friend. And say that I'm your friend, and I've been witnessing this for the past 4 years, man, and what you're doing is great. I've seen the transitions where you've done throughout different businesses, man, and I'm glad to have you here sitting with us on this couch today and having this conversation, because you might not know, man, but you might be inspiring a lot of people out
Very
there.
true.
Hey, listen, it's not about likes. It's not about any of those things. I learn more and more. You got to be around different types of people. I think this opportunity is great. I know I've been busting your chops, Richie, since you started. Junior over there, love you, bud. Pushing for it. But, to me, it's not about me. Hopefully people get some things. Let's protect those Teslas out there. They're very cheap nowadays. It's actually
Yes.
I don't know.
Whoever doesn't know.
Elon's been pulling some strings, man.
Pause.
A Tesla
Yeah.
is actually cheaper than the average American car you buy brand new.
Wow.
Yep.
There's all sorts of incentives.
Tax credits.
If you have solar on your house, you need. If you go through Sunrun, you get the solar on your house. You need to plug in your Tesla.
Charging ports, and
Right.
we have that too.
Let's protect it.
Guys, that's something else I definitely want to talk about. Me and Eric talked about this today, and I want to talk about Sunrun, guys, real quick, because I definitely want to mention this to everyone who's watching us. Guys, there's programs out there so you can simply help yourself pay less for energy. It's a free program. The state is taking four reps that work for Sunrun. It's a super awesome company. They're going above and beyond for all their customers. Tesla customers love us, man, because at the end of the day,
Sunrun customers.
we're helping them make sure that they can charge that car at a cheaper rate. Because at the end of the day, guys, I don't know if you know this, but the energy grid is the oldest monopoly existing in the United States right now. So if you guys can break away from that, again, guys, so much has adapted, but not our energy grid. So if you have a chance to produce your power at a much lower rate, why not? Hit up me, hit up Eric, hit up Briggs, hit up one of us. We definitely got you guys with the best energy cost. And at the end of the day, it's super efficient, super awesome. It's a great process. And the biggest thing is that out of 5 homes that we talked to, only 1 really qualifies. But what about if you are that one that qualifies? Now you're saving about $100 to $200 on your electricity bill.
Guys,
Guys, I definitely want to say it. Sunrun is the way to go.
What's Sunrun?
Dude, again, guys, if you guys are trying to generate your power on site, hit up Sunrun. You got 4 reps in this office. You have Eric, as you see right here, me as well. We got Briggs and we got Oz as well to join the team, and we've been killing it. But I definitely want to wrap it up and say something.
Hold on. You just said something.
you said a whole lot of something.
I gotta go up for this.
So listen, no, but seriously, thank you for having me up here. You guys are welcome down the shop. Don't forget, all you listeners, I don't know what camera you're in.
Right here.
Oh, okay, we're over here. 10% off, hip, all set, whatever it is. We'll have all the links, all that information up there for you. But listen, at the end of the day, just live life, have fun with it, and just. It's not about good choices. It's just about making choices.
Yes. Yo, Seth, appreciate you coming out, man, showing us love, bro.
Shout out some names real quick from my chat. We got Thais Thorin coming in here. OG Boogie also coming out here. The Hurt Business Podcast coming out here.
That's a friend we made
got
through
Phil
Ralph
Bunton also here. See, he is the founder of Alset Auto. Thank you so much, man, for watching us. Fire Kits, guys. If you guys need that awesome drip, hit up Fire Kits.
Fire Kits is the way to go.
Dro Oliveira, bro, let's go.
Shama
We really
Dro.
appreciate you, my man. We got RM.
Shama.
We also got who else up in here? We also got Ricardo Gonçalves. What a pitch,
Hey.
Ricardo! You already know, man.
I know. You gotta know.
Yo, listen, this is actually funny. I shouldn't say this out loud, but I have to.
Do it.
So, but I'm looking right now. So Nayara reached out to me. So you and I gotta talk. We gotta figure out about a deck.
Oh, let's go.
So let's talk about a deck. But then when you asked me,
okay.
you asked me about advice. My wife's advice is marry a Brazilian.
Let's go.
Talk about.
She was not wrong. She was not wrong. I love her.
Well, guys, I want Eric to
Cash,
talk a
Mila.
little bit about this giveaway that we have going on today.
All right, guys, we have this special giveaway. First of all, PSG jersey, the biggest team in France, a team that Richie never even knew about.
No, I knew about PSG. I didn't know about what is this?
Balmain,
I
bro.
didn't know what that was.
You don't know what Balmain is?
No.
Why you gonna open it?
I want to show people the shirt.
Guys,
Make
we
sure
have
it's
this
authentic.
shirt. Whoever commented on the post, whoever liked it, commented on the post. Guys, you're gonna get this shirt. You're gonna get this autograph. This is Rob Fong, guys. We're talking about the number 7 of the Bantamweight division,
Guys, he's fighting on the main card this weekend.
This
He's
weekend.
the main fight. He's the last fight, the main
And
fight.
this Stanley Cup brought to you by RNV personalization. Oh my god, I keep saying customization. Personalization, guys. That jersey in that cup. Guys, they're in downtown Framingham. They have all the best jerseys, all the best.
I'm actually gonna add one more thing for the grand winner. I'm gonna give my hat. I want to donate my hat to
All set
there
hat
you go.
and
That's it.
and a full detail at
Exotic Auto Spa.
Exotic auto
Luxury
spa,
detail,
guys.
baby.
Luxury full
Okay.
detail. At the end of the day, guys,
There you
yo,
go.
I said this. Exotic Auto Spa is our new sponsor, and we're super excited about this. And guys, he said it out of the bat. Whoever wins this giveaway, we're gonna give them a full details and give them the treatment, and they can know exactly what. Can we mute Eric's mic real quick because he's fixing it? Thank you. Anyways, at the end of the day, guys, again, Exotic Auto Spa is the best, and they got the best service for you guys. If you need your car cleaned up, they will take care of you the best way possible. Super amazing, family-owned business, and let's get it happening. All right, let's go for the giveaway.
Wait, real quick before we do that, I have to give Rob Font the shout out. That's the boy. Showed us love on that episode.
Yes.
This weekend, guys, on Saturday, he is the main event. Him against Corey Sandhagen. Guys, I'm telling y'all, you do not want to miss this. He's repping 617-508, always putting Massachusetts on the map. Yo, all I can say is it's gonna be a brawl. Let's go, the boy Rob Font.
Yeah, Rob Font. Guys,
Peace.
make sure you guys go to Rob Font, follow him, and show some love, man, because this guy is from our region, man. He represents where we come from, which is Massachusetts. He's about to kick some ass. He's about to put Corey Sandhagen in the fucking mat, bro.
Yo, I'm calling it. He's knocking him out in the third.
I think he's knocking him out. Corey Sandhagen does not want to.
Are we
brawl
doing a
with this.
bet as Hit Podcast? Are we
He's
putting a
not-
bet in?
he's not- he's knocking him out.
Put
in
it
the
on the
third.
LLC,
Let's
Richie.
put it in. Let's put the
You
bet
guys
in.
better be careful about that. Don't jinx it.
That's true.
Nah.
Rob
All
Font.
right.
Stay
So,
neutral. Stay
guys,
neutral.
giveaway time. Again, to make sure you can win the podcast, you had to be watching live. And you also had to make sure you were following Hit Podcast, Rob Funk, Exotic Auto Spa, R&V, and us as well, of course, always. And I'm going to go for the winner right now. What camera are we on? The middle camera?
Yes.
All right, let's go to the middle camera. I'm going to do the wheel.
The Wheel of Fortune.
What's the wheel?
The roulette to choose the name, the winner.
Oh, word. Seth Kaplan.
So, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So there's no
Like,
winners
that
yet.
works.
You guys are gonna
That works.
see entries and results, and I'm gonna click on the tap to spin, and then whoever's the first winner is gonna make sure you guys are watching online. If you're not, I'm gonna spin it again. Let's go.
Go. Yo, give some fuego in the chat, baby. Fuego.
Richie lost his energy.
Yo, it's the McAllen.
I think it's past his. No, it's not past his bedtime. And the win.
And the winner is
Like and subscribe. Hit
Rodolfo! Oh shit! Rodolfo won the giveaway. He's gotta make sure you're in the chat, my guy. Rodolfo.
Yo, you should give it to Rodolfo no matter what, man.
I think we should give it to him too. Huh? I think we should still
Yo, can I make a call on this one?
Yeah.
Just give it to Rodolfo, man.
Give it to him?
Do you know Rodolfo?
Yeah.
I know, that's my boy.
Yeah, dude. Wouldn't you be upset if you knew you won and then you lost it?
That's true.
Come on, be a hit podcast.
He's live. Where is he at?
He's in there.
Let's go!
That's the boy, yo.
RM Shama! Let's go!
Shama.
Shama.
Guys,
Shama.
Rodolfo, amazing. If you guys need an electrician, hit up Rodolfo. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Today has been another
Hey,
episode.
guys.
Number
Another
23.
episode, number 23.
Not 22, the real 23.
The High End Power Podcast, man. And like we always say in every episode, we are not gonna stop what we're doing.
Top, baby.
All the hate could come, all the negativity, man. But you know what we're doing? We're spreading positivity, man.
Let's go.
And that's what beats negativity nowadays. I'm blessed to have the team that I have today. I'm blessed to even our team even be growing, man. And it's
The experiences.
to see the process since the beginning, bro, and see where we're going, man. It's truly a blessing.
Yo, how's about this? Can you guys go portable?
We can.
Yeah,
we
you
did
can
go
go
portable.
mobile.
We did go
We
portable.
did an
Yeah.
episode last 2 weeks ago.
Yo, let's talk. Maybe you could do an episode at the shop.
Let's do it.
Shama.
Let's
Do it in the shop. Maybe we could show a little live demo.
Yes, so you guys are installing and everything.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Might
yeah.
have to
Love it,
take
love
a,
it.
might have to take a sick day though.
Wow.
You gotta do it during the day. I know you're a night
We
owl.
can pre-record. Yeah, we can pre-record.
let's see what we can do,
see what
man.
we
We'll make something
We'll
work.
make something work, man.
find some-
Hey, Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and
sir.
share if you haven't yet. Comment, guys. Help us out. Again, we hit 700 followers today on Instagram. We're on our way to 400 subscribers on YouTube, and we're thankful so much for everything you guys have been doing for us. Honestly, it's been an amazing journey. We've been learning so much with one another, with the team that we have working behind the cameras. Guys, I want to say this one more time. Thank you for everyone that's back there.
Vision Agency.
Without you
Shama.
guys, we're nothing. And I really appreciate the time, the effort, and the fact that you guys are sacrificing time with your family, with your jobs, and everything you guys are doing to work with us. I really appreciate it. Let's take this to another level. Let's fucking go. I'm happy.
High
as fuck.
power, baby.
High Power Podcast. Let's go.
Shout out.
Go, go.
God, I.